Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use SignalTap with an Altera DE2 board. So first up, go ahead and open up a new project. I'm just going to call mine SignalTap. Go ahead, click Next. It's very important that you make sure that you have the correct family selected because that is the correct chip that we are using. Make sure you have this chip selected. Next, Finish. Next, you'll create a new file. It'll be a VHDL file. And this is the exact VHDL that you want for your SignalTap project. So right here, I'm just going to rename everything so that it can read it. But basically, you have your reset, you have your clock pause, and you also have your Q output. And also in the VHDL, it will state what's going on too. You'll process the clock and the reset. If the reset is low or Q equals 10, then Q will equal 0. If the clock pause event happens and it's on the negative end, Q will equal Q plus 1. And there you go. It'll just keep counting up and it'll reset. So go ahead and start your compilation. Which shouldn't take too long. And there we go. The analysis and synthesis ended up working, so now we can just go ahead and create a new symbol out of this. I actually have to wait until it's done. But in the meantime, this will help us get a live signal coming from the DE2 board. Go ahead and create a symbol file for it. Should happen relatively quickly. Go ahead and open, or actually hold on. Create a new block schematic file. Go ahead and insert the symbol. And there you go. So I'm going to open something from a previous project, what the final block schematic should look like. And it should be relatively simple. Your resets are pretty much connected to everything here. You have your A and your B as your outputs, and you have C as your output as well. So let me go ahead and get this all in. Go ahead and copy it into here. Go ahead and place my inputs here. And just name them accordingly. I'll have mine NCP and RD right here. You want to make sure that the most significant bit goes into the next clock pause as well. So go ahead and process that. You should also be trying to use that as your top level entity as well. So in actuality, I'm going to go ahead and stop the processing really quickly. That way I can just go ahead and compile it again with that as a top level entity. And you will also want to make sure that you have the correct pins as well. So I'm going to go back to my other project real quick and grab those real quick. Oh, looks like we got errors here. So it looks like I can't use this, mainly because it's not defined in here. So I'll just reinsert these blocks. And there we are. So now I should be able to compile this easier again. I'll go ahead and also open up some programming files. Go into here. Actually, let me just open up the project really quickly. Oh, still running. So really quickly, I'll open up SignalTap to show you guys what it looks like. It's basically a more complex version of your typical waveform file. Really quickly, I'm going to go back into my old project. Go to the assignment editor in here. And basically this is what you're going to want. So now I'll open up I'll open up a snipping tool to help me here so I can remember the pins. In actuality, I'll probably just copy them so it's a little easier for me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open up the project again. Give me 1 second. There we go. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to go into our assignment editor, go to 2, and go ahead and look, list the nodes, get that. Make sure that all of your outputs are in there and not just the groups. So there we go. So next, all we're going to do is list these under location. And I'm just going to copy and paste the values that I find in here. Oh, looks like I'm unable to. I'll be right back as I go and reinsert the correct pins. So after you get your pin assignments, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to recompile your project. Then after that, you want to go ahead and open up SignalTap. Select your hardware, which is the USB blaster. Your clock should be set to NCP, and you should have the rest of your inputs and or outputs right here to show you what's going on. And then you're going to want to recompile that again, which I am currently doing right now. And it will take a little bit to do this compilation a bit because it's trying to go through the SignalTap files and everything. And once it's all done, you're going to want to program the chip as well. Alright, we have it all set. Now we can just program it. And it should be able to see what's going on. Some reason. Oh, there we go. Can run the analysis now. And we are now ready to acquire. So we can go ahead and run our analysis. Oh, seems like I wasn't able to get it in time. Now we can. And there we go. So now it's showing that your clock is working. You have your reset high and everything. Everything tends to start out a little early too. That's all fine. But at least you guys are able to now see the clock working in full. And it's pretty cool to see too how every process is going on. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to your professor, and I will see you guys in a later video.